We turn our attention now to the men's, and if we thought the women's was interesting, the men are going to go to battle here right now. And you look at the list of the starters, and it is absolutely star-studded. It's great to see Kendrick Louis back in the mix after last year, concussion in this exact event at the Shaw and Partners Hayden Kenny Classic. So for him, I think this is tick. I'm in there, I'm in the final, I'm back on the line. JC, Joe Collins, it's going to be one for him as well. The Victorian Sean Riley comes back into the fold. Watch for the Ben Carberry there. He's currently second in the overall standing, so big points up for grabs for him. We've got Joel Piper, who was an under-19 champion. He was he had a couple of great races last year in these 10,000 points as well. And then there it is, down the bottom, younger brother of Connor Maggs, who we know is a superstar already, Noah Maggs. He was in the under-17s early. He won the race 1 golden ticket, so he gets his chance, just like Pippi Tapanya earlier. And we give him a red-hot chance, don't we, Paulie? Board swim.
He's nothing short of amazing. He's going to be one of the future stars of the sport. There's no doubt about it. Noah Maggs is incredible. I did give a little bit of a rev up to his older brother, although still also young Connor Maggs. He missed out. He was one of the shock misses in the repechage final yesterday. He didn't make it into the final. He was one of the ones who I actually thought could have won. I honestly thought Connor Maggs could have won this weekend, but he unfortunately missed out. Zach Morris missed out. Finn Askew missed out. Some big names there, but Noah Maggs, he managed to win the race 1 golden ticket under 17s race, and board swim skis. I reckon for 2 or 3 legs, he's going to be right up there.
Someone that I'm very happy to see in there, Courtney. Someone that you'll be able to shine a bit of light on as well. Alistair Day, the 3-time Australian champion in the Ironman. Didn't do too many summer surf events last year, just for different reasons. But he's here today, and he's a red-hot chance.
He is, and yeah, I think he definitely really wants this one. I mean, every race that Ali goes in, he's got a chance. He's got the endurance there, obviously coming off the Coolangatta Gold. He, has won the last Australian titles, but I think, missing those races last year, I think this one for Ali, for him to start this off for this season, yeah, I think it'd give him a lot of confidence.
Surprisingly, as long as his resume is, funny enough, I was shocked to learn this week, Ali Day hasn't actually won a Summer of Surf Ironman Series championship. So
it is the one notch in the belt that eludes him at this stage. So I come into this season now sort of as a big fan of Alistair Day, going, this can cement him as one of the greats if he's not already there. A Summer of Surf Series will cement him as one of the greats. He's got Nutrigrain Series. He's got, 9 now Coolangatta Golds. He's got Australian Ironman titles. The one that he doesn't have, and the one that he will need to complete the resume, is that of the Summer of Surf Series. So look for him to make a good start here. I think that we're going to see fireworks out of Ali Day, but there are so many athletes in here. There are so many men that can go and take this one. As well, look for the local boy, Cooper Williams. So for him, he's racing on his home beach. He was second at the Australian titles last year. He was 3rd in the overall series last year. So he's someone that knows how to race and knows how to win. So wouldn't we come as a shock or a surprise to anyone if Cooper Williams takes home the spoils today?
Yeah, look, I think I'm going to have to try and hedge my bets, and for me personally, just make sure I get that lift home back to the Gold Coast. I'm going to back in Bevy. I think board, swim, ski, we know how good he is on a board, we know how good he is on a ski. He's actually improved his swimming out of sight, and not that I'm at the pool, but from all word on the ground, he spent a lot of time this off-season really trying to sharpen that tool in the arsenal for his Coolangatta attack on Ali Day. But look, the swim leg's gotten a lot better. Board, swim, ski, hide the swim in the middle. He's not too shabby anyway. Bevy's my tip.
Yeah, that's definitely a good one. Yeah, Bevy, he's been so fast in the pool, and he's definitely been, working on what he felt was his weakness. But I'm going to go real quickly with Ben Carberry. I think with the ski last, he's such a powerhouse, and yeah, I think it'd be great for him to start this one off with the win of the season.
We got the hands of the starters now. It is the Shaw and Partners Financial Services Hayden Kenny Surf Classic, as we see a couple of the boys or the couple of the men run up the beach, including that of Matt Bevilacqua. So interesting tactic from Matt Bevilacqua there. He's someone that I thought would have backed himself, Paulie.
Yeah, it was Nathan J and Borgie. Nathan J, Jackson Borg and Matt Bevilacqua opted to let the starters go, run up to the north. I'm not opposed to doing that. I've sort of said, as we look out there over across the ocean now, it looks like they have a pretty good line, but you do have to back yourself. You have to really, really get to work. If you're going to let them run in front of you and give a little bit of a head start to opt to run up to the north, the minute you hit the water, you've got to get going straight away.
Yeah, for sure. As we see now, it's just a swarm of boards and whitewater out there, and this is going to be really, really tight on this board turning can. We try to pick up the leaders. It looks like it is JC, Joe Collins out there in front, one of our Kiwi athletes now residing under the BMD Northcliffe Club. And we talked earlier about the Kiwis and how they're coming through and paved on the back of Corey Hutchins. So Corey Hutchins, if you are tuning in on NZ TV, then a big shout out to you, because you've created a bunch of superstars. As the Razor, Braden Casamento comes on him. He is an up and comer. We talk about Cooper Williams, a local boy. Throw him in the mix as a local boy, but there he is, Ali Day on the inside as well, as we see Sean Riley just out the back, Cooper Williams as well on that black, white and check. And look at Odin Parrish just getting bashed around there. Gosh, this is going to be fun.
Ali, JC, Braden Casamento, as we see the boy from Burleigh there coming through the middle. Is that Sean Riley?
I think it could be the young guy, Ethan Callahan. He looks like he's only a young whippersnapper, so I think that might be Ethan Callahan. His old boy, Travis Callahan, was in the Nutrigrain Series years ago. He's an under-19 athlete, so a bit like the Connor Maggs build, a board swim specialist. We're going to have to see what he does in that final leg, as Odin Parrish, your Hayden County board champion, comes on in as well, as Matt Bevilacqua, Ali Day, Odin Parrish and Ethan Callahan touch down with JC just off screen right now as they make their way around. Odin Parrish is going for it.
Hasn't he got a quick run at the beach? He's probably coming off a little bit of confidence after taking that board win. He's trying to stretch out. Look, no discredit to Odin. He's probably not the strongest in the field there with that swim leg, so he does want to probably get in the waterfront, give himself every opportunity, every chance to get in front. As we see, Bevy's opted to go a little bit more straight to the south. Odin's gone up to the north there, as Ethan Callahan's filed in behind him, and Ali Day's jumping into the left there. You watch here, Ali Day is going to try and make sure nobody gets onto his feet, and he's going to wind up in this swim leg. What
a race we're seeing there from Ethan Callahan, but Odin Parrish is a bit of a different cat. He's a bit unorthodox, so for him to work that transition doesn't surprise me. He does things differently, Odin Parrish, and I think sometimes doing something different can really throw a spanner in the works, a cat among the pigeons, and really disrupt everyone's flow, can't it?
Yeah, and I think Odin doesn't realise, I think, just how talented he is. He's so humble. He's such a nice person, and I think, yeah, definitely doing something different is, there's definitely nothing wrong with that, because a lot of the times it can come off. But I'm actually so shocked that it's actually spread out so much from just one board leg, and we can see the field. You've got some of the guys up the top, they're out there swimming, and some of the guys are back here still, doing their dolphin diving. So a little bit like the girls, it's really, really spread out.
Yeah, it looks like JC's gone to the front there. From what I can tell, Joey Collins has gone to the front there. Odin's still on his left-hand side. Ethan Callahan on the right there, doing very, very well, as Ali Day and Matt Bevilacqua just going armed. They're bashing each other out there, as we see Ali and Bevy locking arms as they just get around that can there. Ali's now, surprisingly, I thought he would have already been at the front, but he's making his way through the field now a little later than I probably would have thought.
Yeah, it surprises me to see Ali Day not having the sort of the power swim we'd expect, as he just proves me wrong and he pushes straight over the top of a couple there. But for me, it's Ethan Callahan. Look at the young fella go. The under 19-year-old right here in the mix. It's going to be the test of him right now to see what he can do in the ski. But with the board swim the way it is, Ethan Callahan having the race of his life. This is him shining his light on his star as he tries to pick that one up. Oh, it's going to fall underneath him there. And now we get a chance here for Joe Collins and Ali Day to try and make amends on Ethan Callahan. He might even pick this little one up. Here he goes. He's going to try and kick this one on Ethan Callahan. The time is now, you mentioned it before, it's Lizzie's time. It's now Ethan's time.
And look at him milking that wave. And geez, he's such a good swimmer. He really just put his head down there, and that was absolutely beautiful body surfing. I think with this surf today, those little things are making a difference. Can you imagine his heart rate at the moment?
If he goes through to take the win here today in this 10,000 event, this might be one of the shock upsets, not of the day, but I'm going to go out and say of the decade.
I will go out on record and say if he wins this Shaw and Partners Hayden County Classic right now, it is the upset of the century. This was not in anyone's predictions, I can guarantee you that. He was a North Burleigh junior. He moved over to the Michael King Ironman Academy at Burleigh Heads only about 2 years ago. He's been the up-and-comer, he's been knocking on the door, he's a superstar junior, but it's the first time we've seen him in the open ranks.
How do you think, Paulie, how do you think Ethan would feel right now? He has got Ali Day and Matt Bevilacqua behind him. What would he be thinking in his mind right now?
I think right now, if his heart rate wasn't up from being two of three legs into the race already, knowing that he's out in front leading with one leg to go, he has got a very, very handy lead on him right now. He would be a nervous wreck right now, but in his head, I just hope that he's taken some deep breaths, staying composed, focusing on technique. Get it done, son. I want to see him get home.
I disagree. I don't think he's nervous at all. I think he's full of confidence, that youthful enthusiasm, that young naivety. He is taking this race by the horns and he is going for it as he turns that first, or goes past that first swim can. You can see the lead he's opened up on the great Alistair Day and Joe Collins, with the two superstars of our sport, probably Australia and New Zealand's best at the moment. And there he is, young Ethan Callahan of Burleigh Heads. He is shining his name in lights right now because he has this race, one hand firmly on it. This is a shock. I had goosebumps before.
He can go home tonight, even if he doesn't win this race, and say, I am bloody proud of myself today. Pat on the back, because what he's doing right now is unbelievable. Look, to me being naive, I didn't tip him at the start. I wouldn't have put him up the front by any stretch of the imagination. Board, swim, ski, you talk about those younger guys, they are good on the board. They are super competitive in the swim, but he's doing the same thing in the ski. Look at him open up on a couple of these runs.
He has just opened that. As he turned that can, he had a little look over the shoulder. He just wanted to check where he was. So I think the nerves are now starting to kick in because he knows he's got one leg to go. He's got half a leg to go now. He's turned that, and there's the looming presence of Alistair Day. He knows he's on his way. He knows he's coming. The legs and the arms start to get heavy. This is going to be, he tries to pull down that one. He pushes down that one. The rating goes up. The ski goes sideways. It wobbles around. It wibbles. It wobbles. It wibbles. It wobbles. He has a little sigh of relief. He thinks he's done it.
I'm clapping in the commentator's box here. I cannot believe he has done this. He is on a wave. This is one of the biggest upsets of our sporting history. This is unbelievable, mate. Take your hat off.
Michael King would be jumping up and down on the sand, wouldn't he?
I cannot wait to see what the young fella does as he crosses the sand. This is the greatest upset in the history of the summer surf. What a performance there for Ethan Callahan. He's going to be your Shaw and Partners Financial Service Hayden County Classic. And look at the Burleigh club get around him. This is a shock to absolutely everyone. I'm going to say it's a shock to Ethan Callahan, but take your hat off, young man. You are the champ. You are the winner. What a show.
I can't believe what I'm in shock. I can't believe what we've just witnessed. That was one of the most incredible victories as we see Ali Day come over for second there. Will Savage got third. Bevilacqua in fourth. Where did Will Savage come from? These Burleigh boys have just absolutely turned it on today. That was one of the best victories I have seen, and he did it in one of the best ways. I think everybody right now is just in shock.
I cannot wait to hear from the young man Ethan Callahan because, to be honest, we know not much about him. He just burst on the scene yesterday afternoon. He's now taken the victory. This is going to be some special interview.
And I love all the Burleigh boys getting around him there. They just look so pumped for him. And you'd have to say all the boys in these fields are probably his heroes. And he just beat them all. It's
Shaw and Partners Summer of Surf Open Ironman champion Ethan Callahan. Is this a fairy tale?
Yeah, I didn't think it was true, but I'm super stoked now.
You've had 10,000 points on the board, $10,000. You tell us, have you ever had that in your bank account? How are you going to spend it?
Oh, I don't know. I'm broke right now, so super stoked, yeah.
You had the big boys chasing after you. You had Ali, you had Matty Bev. They were coming for you. Even Joey Collins was going for it. When did you know that this was yours?
Kind of coming in, I got that little wave, and they were all coming for me, and every time I look back, they were closer and closer, but yeah, just like to get the job done.
Biggest win of his career thus far. It's great to see. Well done.
Yeah, thank you so much.
Generation, next generation now. Boy, oh boy, that is a showstopper. I forgot we've got one more race to come because that has absolutely blown my mind. I am left speechless.